Let's bring in our next guest from VASA, Perry Jensen. How's it going, buddy? Good to see you. Valley Arts and Science Academy, tell people about it.
Okay, it's a small charter school. We have approximately 240, 250 students. It's a K through 6th grade school. Again, as the name implies, it's arts and science. This year our science teacher went on to be Science Coach of the Year for Fresno County. Literally every year our 6th grade students doing an incredible job. Last year we took 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in earth science. This year again, 26 students in 6th grade, 13 got interviews with Fresno County. Nobody else did anything like that. Art, come out. Just come out and see the school. All the artwork is done by the students. We've had the only non-adult that got the opportunity to paint one of the fire hydrants here in the tower. Right. We've got a lot of non-adult firsts that are happening at Valley Art and Science Academy.
How long has Valley Arts and Science Academy been in operation?
We're there at the Ted C. Wills. We've been there for 8 years now.
Okay. And who started it?
That gets started by Dr. Brad Huff, and he also started University High.
Awesome. And why did he feel the need to have a Valley Arts and Science Academy?
Well, again, you run into the fact that over the course of several years, art, science, a lot of these things have just been systematically taken out of the education system. Now, what a lot of people don't take into account is that, look at MC Escher. MC Escher is art, but if you look at MC Escher, it's all mathematics. The entire work that he does is math. So when you look at that, realize that you're getting language arts, you're getting mathematics, and even with our science program, it's the same thing. You're getting an abundance of your core curriculum, but a lot of these things were taken out of the public school because, well, we don't have the money for it.
Right.
Yes. Okay.
Now, I'm going to ask you, are your students scoring well in other areas? Not the arts and science, but the math and the reading and those kind of things.
I would say our student scores are as comparable as any other school in the Fresno area. I'm not going to sit here and try to say we're better or we're worse.
Well, I have a reason for asking. Because when their minds are being stimulated differently, I can see that they'd be more into it.
Well, I think the biggest thing you're going to see difference-wise, for those of us that went to college, you got through your class, you brain dumped everything. The thing that we're finding with our students is that the way the education is taking place is that they're keeping it, they're retaining it. Our kids this year were studying the Iliad. You know, it's like half the 6th graders, if you asked them what the Iliad was, they're completely lost. But our kids just absolutely got into it, and then they were realizing how Greek mythology has literally affected everything in Western culture. So how many other 6th graders have that part figured out?
You guys are also, I feel like your parents are highly involved.
We have a good group of parents that are really, I mean, we've got one of the few organic gardens in the Fresno County area, and I don't have to worry about it. Parents are in there, they're taking care of things.
Is that the one in the Lowell neighborhood?
Yes.
That's for VASA?
We're right there behind Ted C. Wills.
Right.
We've got that big, beautiful garden that sits right out there.
On Belmont and 180?
Yes.
That's awesome. I didn't know that belonged to you guys. Every time I drive by there, I just go, gosh.
Well, you've got the garden on one side that's a public garden.
Right.
Then if you come out to ours, you can see all of the perennials. You can see all of our annuals that are going. Literally, here's an example. Last year, our kindergarten students created 3 to 5 meals out of their section of the organic garden that fed 40 kindergartners. And all of our grade levels are doing that. So they're all seeing how their food is grown. They're seeing what they have to do to grow it. And even our 6th graders have been finding out, hey, everybody's eating onions. Everybody eats rice. So they're seeing all of these things that if you didn't have a garden at your school, kids might not get that exposure. So beyond just getting book and that exposure, they're actually getting life exposure.
I think some people think charter schools cost money, like there's a tuition there.
Well, I mean, it costs money to run any school, but we're a public charter school, so the money,
that's what I mean.
The money that comes in off of what they call your ADA, your average daily attendance. So just like any other school in Fresno, it's a public school. It's based on your ADA, and that's the same thing we do. Now, with a little bit of frugal thinking, we managed to stretch that dollar and do some really phenomenal things with it.
So there's people out there that are watching, and they're thinking that maybe a change would be good for their child. There's no logistics to it. You don't have to live in a certain part of town to go to VASA.
No. I mean, we take care of a number of the students that live in the tower, but we've got students that are coming as far as Selma to come to our school. So if your child wants to come to Valley Art and Science Academy, we'll take them.
Can you take more kids?
I will always try to find room. I mean, we try to keep it right out about 250, 260, but we've always managed to find a way to accommodate children that want to be there.
I guess what I'm getting at is there room in this upcoming school year for parents to bring their children to VASA?
Right now, I've got a couple of openings. I mean, we've got the biggest opening would be for kindergartners, but we'll go back to the point. If your child wants to be there, I'll find a way to get your child in that classroom.
Awesome, Perry. How do people get a hold of you?
They can go to our website, www.vasaelementary.org. We're there. Come to the school.
Stop by. Yeah.
No, I'm there from 6:30 in the morning till 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. Somebody wants to come by the school, come by the school. People say, do I need an appointment? Yeah, show up. Mm-hmm. That's it. Come to the school. I will, or somebody else on the campus will take you around, show you everything there is to see. And any questions, don't hesitate to call.
Anything else you'd like to tell people about VASA?
We've got this phenomenal program. This is our second year with Chaffee Zoo. Last year we had all of our students go in there, and we worked with Chaffee over the summer with our summer learning program, and our children got to study a particular animal. With this year and the fact that the new African exhibit opens up in October, our students are going in this year to learn what it took to develop that environment.
Wow.
And they're getting an understanding of it's not just, oh, we're going to put a few animals here, we're going to plant a little dirt, we're going to plant a few trees. They're actually learning what it takes to create this artificial environment for an animal that's not from Fresno.
Right.
And so they're getting the engineering component, what kind of air conditioning systems these animals need, what kind of water reclamation system they need. This is from our first graders through our incoming sixth graders. And then using Lego computer-based tooling, they're going to build their own environments. And then when this is all over with, they're going to have to go in front of Chaffee Zoo educational members and justify what they built and prove that it is a working environment. So
wow.
How many other schools get to do that?
That's awesome. That's awesome. Perry, thanks for everything
Thank
you do in Fresno. I love VASA.
I do too.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to take a quick commercial break.